I am excited to share with you guys my display case. I have been envisioning this display case probably since November of last year, and since then, the last figure came like 2 weeks ago, which was the Terminator Battle Damaged, and ever since then, I have just been dying to one, display this, and then two, share this video with you guys. Um, yeah, so let's just get into it, yeah? All right, diving into the first figure, I've got the Bruce Wayne Batman Armory 2.0 from Hot Toys, I think. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Here we've got the 2.0 version of this. Wait, what am I doing? Hold up. I didn't even turn on the lights. This thing has lights. Let me pause the video, come back, and then show you it how it should be displayed. All right, we are back. Sorry about that. I completely forgot to turn on some wires. Anyways, may I present to you Batman Armory 2.0. And I will be honest with you, this guy, I absolutely did not like the photos that were released. So this thing came out with prototype photos, and it looked pretty damn good. I was like, I cannot fucking skip this guy. I need him. And then came out photos of what it actually looked like, and I was like, ew, no thank you. And but ultimately, I decided to go with him because I have never had any superhero, any Marvel, DC, you name it. I never had any of them. For the purpose of, I didn't really want to open that can of worms and dive into a whole expensive, more 1/6 scale figures. But this is one of my favorite movies, and how could I have not have, I would have skipped out on this amazing, beautiful figure. I'll talk to you a little bit about this. First of all, if you don't know, you have to put all those little things in the back one by one. And I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed it. I've seen videos of other people saying it's tedious and it's annoying, but truthfully, I had a blast, man. I just put on the movie, and I was really enjoying every single piece, looking at it in detail, and yeah, I couldn't be more happier with this guy. I'm so glad I ended up going with him. I'm so glad I didn't fall asleep on this figure. And I mean, the details on this guy is incredible. I can't complain, man. I really can't. This whole set right here is probably one of my favorites. If I had a, I own like 32 figures, and out of those 32, maybe there's only 4 or 5 that absolutely blow my mind, and this is one of them. Very, very happy with how he turned out. Went with like a simple pose. Pretty much I went with the pose, whatever they gave you on their prototype photos. Just because I really, really enjoyed it like this. And yeah, maybe someday in the future I'll put in with I'll put Mr. Bruce Wayne here in the Batman suit and make a cool little display with no other than him. Brings me to my next display here. This is the Joker, also by Hot Toys. It is the sculpted hair version. I have been holding off on getting this guy for the longest time. Initially, I missed out on the pre-order for the Artisan here. Then I was looking everywhere trying to find a perfectly reasonable priced Artisan. Never found it. Decided, you know what? I'll probably just have to pass and skip on this figure all entirely. And then 1/6 scale outfitters, I believe, is who I bought this figure off, and they ended up getting a restock in their shipment, and I had the opportunity to buy him, and I did not skip this time. I went right ahead. As soon as this thing was available, I put him in the cart, and yeah. Anyways, I have a pretty simple pose here. I went to something traditional with the whole diorama in the background there. The city. I went with just an iconic scene here, you know, when he's saying, hit me, something like that. Anyways, yeah. Eventually, I would love to pose him. There's so many poses you can do with this guy, and I want to do them all. So I think pretty soon here I'm going to change him up and change up the pose. But for now, he is just incredible. These two right there are just, I just love looking at them, and there's no other way to put it. All right, another figure that I love just as much as these two is the Terminator. I have been wanting figures like this for so long. I got into 1/6 scale probably like 6 years ago, so I missed the original ones that came out from Hot Toys. And then when the 2.0 versions came out, there was no brainer. I had to get these, and I present to you the T800 2.0. And again, I went with an iconic pose. I went with the famous scene where he's pulling out the shotgun out of the box of flowers. And this guy is incredible. Like the realism of Arnold Schwarzenegger here is incredible. Same with this fella here, Robert Patrick. Look at that, man. That is just incredible. I think I need to work on his eye a little, but nonetheless, again, an iconic pose for Mr. Robert Patrick, otherwise known as the T1000. And I went with them at the psychiatric hospital there. And yeah, there's not really much to this, honestly. Just a simple guy. Again, these two figures, there's so many things you can do with this. And I'm going to have so much fun posing these in the future. But the funny thing is that, look, I'm not rich or anything. I don't have crazy money. This is an expensive-ass hobby. And, yeah, there's nothing else to say than that. This is an expensive-ass hobby. I originally thought I was only going to be able to afford this guy. And, you know, it's one of those situations where it's like, I didn't want to miss out. I just knew that eventually I'd probably get the Battle Damage. To me, I was perfectly happy with this. And then it just happened. I had to get him. Again, I didn't turn on the lights. Let me pause for a second and turn on his eyeballs, and then I'll show you guys more about this feller. All right, I finally have their eyes turned on, and I present to you the Battle Damaged T800. And alongside, this isn't movie accurate, so please excuse me, But this is the Genesis 1/6 Terminator. I believe this is also from Hot Toys. This is an older model. I don't even know how old this guy is. I just probably purchased him a year ago. When I knew I was getting all these guys, I had a vision of I wanted to do something with this. And of course, that was before Hot Toys came out with the announcement of their Terminator Judgment 2 T800 endoskeleton, which I can't wait to get that in the collection. But for now, this will have to do. And I have to say, I absolutely love this one. I, for one, am not a fan of display stands at all. I absolutely hate them. If you can't tell, I don't really include them in any of them. But this one was different. This one I really thought really put this whole diorama together, especially at night. The red-orange glow really highlights and just contrast off the endoskeleton here, and then, you know, his pants there. It's I couldn't pass up on that, and it's one of the few times that that I will include a base, a stand with my diorama. Plus, it is in itself a diorama too, so it's a win-win. So many options I could have posed for this guy. There's endless things and accessories to choose from. But ultimately, I just went with this, man. Honestly, I get so excited about these figures and posing them, or just displaying them in general, that sometimes the poses come later in the process, and I just want to get these guys up. And but I'm not gonna lie, I think I did a good job on displaying all these. And real quick, I want to show you the detail on this leg with the flesh and everything is insane. How close can I get? Look at that. That is crazy. And again, there's that glow from the base that just beautifully goes hand to hand with this figure. Zoom in on here on his face here and show you more of his scars, more of his imperfections, if you will. Anyways, guys, that's kind of it for now. Oh, you know what? Real quick, I kind of noticed this guy back here. I want to say something about that. So, while I was putting all these lights up, I've always wanted to mention this, and now's my chance to. For anyone who has a display case, I don't know how you guys have your lights hooked up, but again, like I said, I'm still new to this whole hobby, and I used to have to bend down and take that thing out and then put it in every single time I wanted to turn these lights on. And it wasn't until this Christmas that I found this little cool gadget. And it's usually for Christmas trees and Christmas lights. And all it is just a remote. And I'll show you how it works. You can plug this little adapter thing with that little red light into the wall, and then whatever you're trying to remote control, whatever you're trying to activate via remote control. Good God, I can't talk right now. You just plug into that, and this is what you get. So this particular model comes with 3 different ones you can hook up. I only needed one, so I'm only using up here. But if I had 3 display case, that would be really cool. I could just turn them all on and then have another remote for the other, however much I have. Anyways, check this out. So this is off and this is on. Sorry. Off, on. Jesus Christ. It is not doing... There we go. You just gotta point it the right way, and then you get a really active remote. But anyways, guys, dude, this thing is so fucking cool. I thought I should recommend it to you guys if any of you don't have this feature.